Welcome to Namita's Delightful Dishes. Let's make a seasonal pumpkin roll that's moist, flavorful, and perfect for your fall table, and great for Thanksgiving dinner too. And let's get started. First, start mixing the dry ingredients in a bowl. Add 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour, half a teaspoon cinnamon, 1 teaspoon pumpkin spices, half a teaspoon baking soda, half a teaspoon baking powder, quarter teaspoon salt. Sift everything together and keep it aside. In another bowl, we will mix the wet ingredients. Start by cracking 3 large eggs into the bowl. Add 1 cup of sugar and using an electric mixer, beat this until the mixture turns pale and creamy. It takes approximately 5 minutes. Next, add in 1 teaspoon of vanilla and then add 2/3 cup of pumpkin puree. I'm using store-bought pumpkin puree here, but you can also use homemade if you prefer. Mix everything until it is well combined. Now it is time to add the dry ingredients into the wet mixture. Add them into 2 to 3 batches and mix well until everything is combined. Just make sure not to overmix. First, preheat your oven to 350 Fahrenheit. Now we will prepare the pan. I'm using a half-sheet pan, but you can also use a jelly roll pan. Grease the pan with butter. Place a sheet of parchment paper on it. Then grease the parchment paper again. Lightly dust it with flour. This helps make sure the cake does not stick. Now pour the batter into the prepared pan and spread it out evenly. Tap the pan gently to release any air bubbles. Bake this at 350 Fahrenheit for about 13 to 15 minutes or until the cake springs back when you touch it. Now we will prepare the towel for rolling. Take a thin cotton towel and dust it generously with powdered sugar. This will help prevent the cake from sticking when we roll it. Once the cake comes out of the oven, place it right away onto the prepared towel. Carefully peel off the parchment paper, and while the cake is still warm, start rolling it from the shorter side. Rolling it warm helps prevent cracks and gives the cake a perfect shape. After rolling, keep it aside for about 1 hour to cool down completely. Now we will prepare the cream filling. Start by adding the cream cheese into a bowl and beat it with the electric mixer until it's smooth. Then add the vanilla, whipped cream and sugar and mix everything until it turns light and creamy. Most traditional pumpkin roll recipe use butter in the filling, but I prefer using whipped cream because it makes the frosting lighter and smoother. And I personally love the whipped cream version. If you like the classic version, please add butter instead of whipped cream. Now we will unroll the cake and add the cream cheese filling on top. I'm using an offset spatula to spread it out, but you can use any spatula you have. Just spread it evenly. Then gently roll it back up, nice and tight, and cover it with cling wrap. Keep it in the fridge for about 1 hour. This helps the cream set and makes the roll much easier to slice. While the roll is setting in the fridge, we will make some chocolate leaves using a silicone mold. This step is completely optional. I'm just doing it for decoration. Melt the chocolate in the microwave in 30-second intervals and be careful not to burn it. Spread the melted chocolate evenly over the mold. Tap it gently to remove air bubbles and place it in the refrigerator to harden. Once it's set, release the chocolate from the mold. Our chocolate leaves are ready for decorating. Now remove the cling wrap from the chilled cake. Dust the top with powdered sugar. Using a sharp knife, trim off both ends of the roll to get clean, even edges. The delicious pumpkin roll is ready, and I couldn't resist adding a little extra. I piped whipped cream on the top, adding a cute swirl design, and finished it with chocolate leaves. Isn't it looking stunning? I loved it. Now it is time to slice the pumpkin roll and taste it. When you cut the roll, dip your knife in warm water first. This helps prevent the cream from sticking and gives you clean, smooth slices. Let's taste. Wow, it's amazing. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.